to bring in Jami Floyd, an attorney. She joins me here at 30 Rock. So, Jami, you worked as a trial attorney. You've been following this case very closely. What do you make of the comings and goings expected for the closing arguments and the onus that lies on both sides?
Yeah. Well, it's an exhausting case. It's been a marathon of a case, so to hold the jury's attention through closing arguments will be key for both sides. Usually, prosecutors have a presumption of innocence.
Hopefully to hold the juries so that none of them get evicted anymore.
That's right.
You know,
that's right. To keep them in their seats at all, let alone hold their attention. But usually the presumption of innocence is with the defendant, and prosecutors have the burden of proof. But here we have self-defense, which essentially shifts the burden to the defendant. I agree with Diana that really here it's a life and death issue. If they can save her life and get the death penalty off the table, that's a win for the defense.
Who has done a better job? Because the expert witnesses in this case, they've become mini celebrities of their own out of this. But how critical has their testimony been, and who's done a better job of presenting?
It really has been a battle of the experts, and I have to say I think the prosecution's experts have been more solid. The defense experts had to work with the facts they were dealt, and you had a defendant who told several stories before we even walked into the courtroom on the first day. So it really will be a question of whether they can save her life in the end.
This has been an investment for months now for this jury.
Yes.
Do you expect a hung jury because of the testimony that's gone back and forth?
It's possible, but usually when a jury sits on a case for this long, they want to come to a result. A hung jury for people who've invested this much time, this much emotional energy, this much of their psychology, that feels terribly unfinished. I think we'll get a result in this case.
And if it comes back with a quick decision?
That usually is good for the defense. But when you have the death penalty on the table, not so much.
Okay, Jami Floyd, great to see you. Thanks so much. I appreciate your time today.